I've been seeing a lot of people say that the protest is not going to work, that we should just give up, that YouTube's not going to change its mind. Everybody else is changing, online shouts happening. There's a collective of people that are just actively saying, why would you fight back? It seems pointless. Your little voice isn't going to do anything. And that defeatist mentality has been echoed throughout all of history. And I remember it because I'm a huge history buff. A lot of people don't remember all the prolific revolutions that have said the very same thing in our past. You may not recall the French Revolution, where they thought that it wasn't going to happen. By the 18th century, everybody said, oh man, this is crazy. Mostly people were living in squalor. All except the nobility lavish. Why would the people fight back? The rich and powerful are actually not going to do anything. And thus, the French Revolution succeeded. That's what happened. It marked the birth of the first French Republic in January 1793. He was executed by guillotine. That's what happened. That's history. That is history. That's what happened there. That's the aspect of what happened. And then what happened after that? Oh, who forget about the Haitian Revolution, the most successful slave rebellion in the Western world. The impact felt across the Americas. You may not remember that because the slaves were a lowly class of people. Nobody really cared about it. Everybody thought, man, these people aren't going to rise up. You know what's crazy about the slave rebellion? They were completely outnumbered. Completely outnumbered. But because nobody thought much of them, they continued to fight. They continued to fight, and it happened. That's what happened. And a very shocking thing that happened was the Texas Revolution. The Texas Revolution, where they knocked out all the Mexican people out. They just took them all out there. That happened. I'm not gonna discredit that. That happened too. The Philippine Revolution, where the Spanish colonial rule was destroyed, and they sought independence from the Filipino revolutionaries. That's what happened there. The October Revolution of 1917. In February 1917, an uprising in St. Petersburg led by, I can't pronounce that word, abdication of Tsar Nicholas II and the establishment of provisional government made of the different socialist parties that had taken root in Russia over the previous decades. During the fall of the same year, one of those parties, the Bolsheviks, took advantage of the chaos and confusion of World War I to put the provisional government out of commission and establish a state of its own. I want to point this out. You're probably saying to yourself, yeah, but those were in the past. Social media is different. You're right. Social media is different. I will tell you that. Social media is so different that we had a revolution. Social media sparked Egypt's revolutionary fire. You're right. Within 18 days, Egypt destroyed 3 decades of violent repression. That's what happened. That's what happened because more people could hear about it. Because we have the ability to protest from our seats, from our chairs. Right now, we have the ability to talk and fight back. That is what's important. I'm going to link this in the description below. And this is very important. This is a petition. We got to get to 150,000. Was that 150,000? That number, 150,000 signatures. That's very important. It's important to get there. It's important that you guys don't give up and keep fighting. It's important that no matter what comes before you, what befalls you, what people say to you, saying that you're not going to make it, this is what happens. Because it's in the end game. We can't let policy be framed as some symbolic victory for children all across the nation saying, oh, this is for kids. We're doing great. We're doing this. We have YouTube Kids. We have that. You know, it's crazy. My video may be restricted because I'm talking about this so much. I have had fear of banning from YouTube. I've had fear of everything. And we are relying too much on shifting off the blame to other things. YouTube can try to feign ignorance and all this nonsense and give me AI auto-generated responses when I actually bring up these issues. But what happens in the grand scheme of things, we need to keep talking about it. And if your biggest content creator isn't talking about it, that's fine and dandy. Maybe they want to talk about it until it actually affects them and affects their money. And that's fine. Maybe they're sick of hearing about it. Maybe they're saying, well, it hasn't taken into effect. Yeah, it's not really affecting me. And that's human. Some people have messaged me and said, why am I making videos on YouTube? Because I'm fighting on the platform that's trying to destroy me. It's as if I went outside of Amazon or inside of Amazon and began to protest inside of Amazon. They're going to try to kick me out one day. I know they are. And I may make a video saying YouTube is going to ban me one of these days. Who knows? I have no idea. I haven't received anything yet. but that's yet. But I'm here to tell you that you guys fighting, you guys doing all you can, you guys using every resource you possibly can, that's fighting. That is revolution. That is protest. That is a nation of people. Hence why I said the hot Cheeto cheesecake stuff, even if it's stupid, it's dumb, it's a battle cry, because that's the absurdity of the internet. We are not supposed to make sense here. We are supposed to be powerful and resilient and have a battle. That's what it's supposed to be. I want them to be confused. I want them to be confused. That's what I want. I want people to look at us and say, what are they doing? What's happening? I want to figure this out. And I want them to do their own research and figure it out. I want them to figure it out. There's so many things you can do. Do not quietly comply. When YouTube asks for your ID, ask why. Figure it out. Figure out what's going on. Why are you being pushed into the verification process? Make it known. Post about it. Share screenshots. Call it out on public forums. They want it to be normalized through silence. That's what they want. They want everybody to just quietly comply. Same way everybody has always quietly complied. Same way your favorite advertisers are doing all this nonsense and all this other stuff and this gobbledygook. You have to understand every piece of this. Understand the legalities of it. Understand your rights. That's why Markiplier, sorry, let me phrase that better. That's why, oh my goodness, MatPat. That's why MatPat was actively trying to get this established. You guys remember that picture of MatPat? And he was having this whole thing where he said, oh man, this MatPat will save the internet. MatPat will save us all. MatPat, Matthew Patrick, is trying his best to actually get the creator economy costs. He's trying to do that. This is the guy we want on our side. This is the guy. It's our hope. This man, Matthew Patrick, he is trying to actively make sure everything's safe for us. He's trying to make sure the algorithms are good, and it's going to eventually get to this. That's the reason he started this, because he himself probably knew this was going to happen, because we don't have many rights. We don't have many rights on the internet. This is sad. This is very, very sad. I want us collectively to fight with every fire and passion within our souls. I want you to share this video, like the video, comment the video, get the word out there. Go through my other videos, comment on those videos. Do whatever you have to do. Everything in your human power, every second, to fight. Nah, because when you've hit rock bottom, dig and attack them from the other side of the world. Go past the Earth's core and destroy everything if you have to. Destroy it all so we can rebuild it. And I don't want to lose YouTube. I really don't. But I don't want to lose us more than that. So please, fight, battle, fight on. Hot Cheeto cheesecake.
I'm your nigga night, be my loyalties low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride.